do I look tired? But I do want to do like little live reactions because I'm watching Eli, and I wanted to do like a whole review, but I thought, well, I'm here watching it, I'm having lunch, and like I'm pausing it to be able to do my own like I do my own mini reviews to myself, because I'm like, you know, when you have to pause the show and be like, I can't believe they did that, they really did that. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so there's this one scene where Eli is getting chased by this ghost girl. I'm assuming that she's a former patient of this place, and she literally chases him, disappears, reappears, then he sees her bend like from the back of her knees all the way to the front, and he is like, that's another patient. I'm like, you can't be this stupid, kid. You cannot be like, how do you think that's a living person? Like, her eyes were glowing, and like if we saw it, that means that he saw it. And I'm like, do you really think that's like a living person? And the other girl, which I totally forgot her name, the redhead that I think she's the one from Stranger Things, might be wrong, I could be wrong. She's kind of weird, but I mean, she lives in a very isolated house, isolated place with like no neighbors, so maybe that's why. And now for some reason the ghosts are trying to freak out Eli, and I thought it was because they were trying to like warn him, like, oh, these three ladies are fucking crazy, but till now they're just freaking him out. And I know it's not for him, it's for us, and it's kind of like, why? Also, the nurses are so mean. Like, they're getting him ready for his like mini operation or mini procedure, and they don't even say hi, they don't even try to put up a facade, they're just like cruel. And it's like, it's still very fishy. Why does no one notice how fishy this is? But no idea, because they say that because he's taking immunosuppressors or whatever, that he can have really bad dreams or hallucinate even, which very convenient because he hasn't had that. I mean, he has had bad dreams before, but not hallucinations, so a little bit convenient, but whatever. I mean, convenient for the weird doctor. But now he was being chased by this like weird ghost demon girl, and then it turns out to be his dad. So I'm like, is this a real like, oh, you know, they killed the patients, or is this him just like losing his mind? Now they're making me doubt, and I still have an hour left. So nothing has happened, but it's so sad that the parents have like are no longer a couple. Like, they're all for Eli, and you see them holding hands, and when Eli goes inside they stop holding hands. Like, they're doing this whole facade to like give him some sense of normalcy, but I know words, and it's so sad, you know, because obviously their son's condition has really impacted their marriage, and because obviously the mom is going to be way more, you know, doting on her son, because, you know, she couldn't like hold him or anything after his condition started. So it's really sad, and you know, I feel like it's going to play into this, and that's even gonna be sadder. So Eli strung up like a rotisserie chicken. They have his head like boxed in, and they have the audacity to tell him to keep calm and that his stress is gonna make his symptoms worse when they like put something in his system to make him actually get like all his conditions, because he's like getting all blotchy and it's burning him. And then they get a drill that they're gonna drill into his brain, and I'm like, why don't they just put him under? Like, I'm so confused. Like, calm down. Like, I know they're making this huge hole in your brain, so just calm down. You're being irrational. Like, what the heck is happening? What the heck is happening? I am convinced that the redhead, the girl from Stranger Things, which I'm referring her to that, like, I have no idea that's actually her, is dead. She has to be. Because first, when he drove across that house, she was by herself on a swing, and now it's freaking night. Like, she's probably, let's say, 9-10 o'clock later, because they had dinner already, and she's outside the house. Like, where are her parents? She has to be dead. This has to be a thing where she was a patient and she died, and she's here to warn him. Like, that's what's gonna happen. That's the plot twist. Or the bigger plot twist is because she always says, she's talking about the Dr. Ron or Cohen, I have no idea what her name is, that she hates her, and that she hates, like, they both mutually hate each other. What if she was her daughter? What if she was like the first patient? Oh my god. It'd be hilarious seeing this back and being like, wow, it's completely wrong, but still. Decided that I like him because he has spunk. You know, he's like, no one believes me, which obviously, who would believe him? I mean, honestly, I would. Any person coming to me and telling me there's a ghost, I'd be like, let's leave, but that's just me. And he does not, like, he stands up for himself no matter what adult tells him that it's just in his brain. He's like, you know, a closet falling while I'm inside. Okay. Like, you saw, like, okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm going the fact that she is a ghost is because now she's talking about this other kid who said the same thing as he did, but she's outside in the dark, second night in a row, no fear at all. And I'm like, maybe kids don't fear things, or maybe because she's always lived there, but like, is that a normal thing? Are kids just not like, where are her parents? What is happening? And now she's telling him to like leave, so I think she's kind of like, I think she's one of the patients there, or she was. I don't know. It can't be that she's just chilling out there and she's a human being and no one's wondering why a child is outside at like 9-10 o'clock. Like nothing is wrong. I'm 100% convinced that the ghost kids are trying to save him because they're trying to get him out of there. They literally threw him into like the decontamination chamber. Like, yes, he would die outside, but they're trying to save him. And since you see a ghost kid, you're gonna be like, peace. Definitely getting suspicious. She's like, something they're not telling me. She overhears them talking about how they have to proceed with the procedure even if he's not accepting it, and it's like, I think the dad is suspicious. I would say suspicious because I've been watching too much Bailey Sarian. Is that how I pronounce her name? Jesus, I watched all her videos, I don't even remember. But anyways, 45 minutes to go. Watched now, it's been like 2 seconds, and I was convinced that she wasn't gonna give him the pill and that she was gonna be like on his side. And no, she was like a rational mom and told him like, I believe that you see things, I just don't believe that they're real. Take the pill. And I was like, wow, I was a bit let down. I don't know what I was expecting. You know, obviously she's gonna be the caring mom and be like, get the procedure, being, you know, have a normal life. But still, I was expecting a little bit more of like, I trust you, son. But I mean, he is a kid. Why do I feel like the dad is high-key jealous of the son because the mom loves the son? I mean, he just mentioned it like, oh, you know, when she tells you that she loves you and you say no, like it's nothing because you're so sure of it. And it's like, that's your son, dude. Like, and he comes in and he tells him like, oh, the other patients have died. And the dad's just like, remember our pet dog? What? That's what I'm telling you. He probably sold his son to Satan or something. He escapes. The sedation isn't working on him for some reason. I think it's the ghosts. I think the ghosts are helping him. And the parents still don't believe him, which is like insane to me. Like, okay. And the mom even knows that apparently there's been other patients. So I don't know why she thinks it's so far-fetched that he is saying that, like, oh, she murdered them. And she's just like, he's dreaming. And say, okay. And so I thought like, oh my god, like this, she's a satanic lady. And then he goes into her room to escape and like locks himself inside, and then he sees a picture of her as a nun. So I think my theory of that she's a satanic lady is turning to be true. Plot twist, apparently he was never sick. I don't know how they made him think he was sick. I'm guessing because, I don't know, how did they fake his illness? But like, he wasn't sick and his mom knew and he lied to her. So I'm no longer team mom. I'm team Eli, and I hope he, I don't know, I mean he's a kid so he can't really do a lot of damage, but what the heck is happening?
To see this last procedure through.
And what is with this procedure? Like, what is it? Is he like possessed by the, like, what is happening? What is happening? Why is his mom still be like, do the last procedure? Like, he's not sick. Okay, sure. He's probably gonna die in the procedure, and then she's gonna be like, oh my god, why did he die? Is the 13 Reasons Why girl a devil? Is she like bad? Because like I thought she was a ghost girl, but I think she's like a demonic girl because she was way chill and like happy that he found out that they lied to him. Like, what? Is this like a workaround way of telling him that he's possessed instead of just telling him that he's possessed? Like, why couldn't they be just honest with him? Like, I'm so confused. They're making it so much harder. It's just, instead of being just honest with him and being like, you know what, you're possessed or something. Dude, the plot twist of a plot twist. Like, I genuinely did not see this coming. Like, the mom slept with Lucifer. She slept with Satan. Because apparently God's busy on his phone, and apparently all the moms pray for a kid, and God's like, bye. And Lucifer picks up like, sir, I'm available. And the girl who I thought was like a ghost turned out to genuinely be a demonic, like, half-sister. Like she's a demon child. And his sickness was because they were injecting holy water into him. Like, it all makes sense. And now I kind of understand why his dad was always so, like, kind of mean and passive-aggressive and not that lovey-dovey. Because his wife literally slept with someone else. And not just anyone. Top tier, you know, devil. I mean, wow. And now I'm gonna see the ending of He Trusts Her, which I think he is, because you know she even he killed his own like fake dad with no issue, and so I think she loves her son way more than anything else. A couple hours later, I look insane. I've taken a shower. I've put this on my face because I'm breaking out, and if I leave it like that, I'll just pick at it, and I already did. And all it does, it ruins my skin. It leaves like marks on it. So okay, so final thoughts on the movie. I did not expect anything that happened. It makes sense now. There's a part where the dad is being like an asshole, and he's saying like, "Oh, why are you praying? Like, why bother?" And I just thought it was because he was like a mean husband and they didn't love each other. In reality, it was because his wife slept with the devil. And okay, so she wanted to have a kid, and so she prayed to God, and God did not pick up the phone. He did not care. And so her first, I guess, thought was, let's pray to someone else. And she did, and someone else picked up. And what I don't get is, like, clearly she's religious. You know, she's wearing a cross. I doubt it just became after her rendezvous, her late night with the devil. I think it's something that she always grew up with. I mean, if not, why would she be praying in the first place? And so, I don't know if they're Christians or whatever, or Catholics, but don't they, like, teach you that, like, the devil tricks people and the devil lies? So I don't know why she was so surprised that the devil lied to her and said, oh, no, don't worry, you know, you're gonna have a half kid. He's gonna be half demon. Oh, no, he literally did not tell her any of that. He's like, he's gonna be fine, he's gonna be full-fledged human, he's gonna be blah, blah, blah. And she believed him, and I was kind of, like, was very surprised on why she believed him, like, why she thought that was real. Like, lady. And what I loved is that literally no one cared about the dad. Like, this boy murdered his fake dad, and the mom was just like, I don't understand why they didn't just tell him. Like, they could have just told him, but they didn't, and they turned him into like a murderer because he like killed like 4 people, and it just made no sense. I mean, obviously this movie does go in like what a mother's love is capable of and how much she was willing to like sacrifice for her kid, even if he's a demonic spawn. And it's just like, huh? And the thing is, what isn't fair is that Stranger Things kid, Haley, I think is her name, she tells him that, you know, dad likes it, aka Lucifer, likes it when the kids earn their place. So like, she can't break them out. They have to want to, you know, be broken out. But the thing is, the first kids, they had no one. Like, he had the dead kids, like, kind of like like giving him signs and helping him, like being like, oh, this is, that lady is suspicious, she's like a murderer, she's like blah blah blah. And so he had the help of the other dead brothers and sisters, whereas like the first ones had no one. So obviously it's not weird that he was a stronger one because he had other people to like help him. So I feel like that's not fair with the other ones. Also, it's kind of funny how the doctor, she really wasn't gonna help any of them. She was just killing them to like save their soul. And I mean, would their soul even be saved? Because they were half demons. So like, I feel like that they were just murdering kids, because like, how much was that really gonna help? And I feel like, I don't, like, they didn't really explain, like, obviously they explained that with the holy water they made him sick, and I guess they injected the roots into his body, I don't know, but they explained that it just happened out of nowhere, that like, one day he just started experiencing this, and like, they don't really explain anything else. They don't say like, oh, like he accidentally murdered the family dog or something, like, no. So like, if they had just told him, they had just been honest, like, hey, these things have been happening, like, I don't know, would have that helped? I have no idea. But yeah, this movie just went a plot twist that I was not expecting. I did not think that would happen at all. I really thought like it was gonna be, you know, oh, the doctor's evil, and no, she was just, I don't really know if she was evil or not. I mean, she tried her best, I guess. His dad did not care at all. You could tell, and then you make, like, after the whole revelation, you understand, like, oh, that's why he doesn't hug him, that's why he's passive-aggressive towards him, that's why he, you know, doesn't, like, when he takes off his suit, he doesn't, like, hug him at all, he just gives him a kiss on the forehead, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, you're like the demonic spawn of my wife's one night stand with the devil, you know. But you're kind of, it's weird because you're rooting for this kid, and even after he like flamme mignons the nurses, you're still kind of like so yeah. But anyways, yeah, this movie did not expect that twist ending, like I was saying. When you kind of understand the whole plot twist and the thing, you're like, okay, things make sense now, like I get where it was coming from. And Ghost Girl was really half demon girl. And they're apparently gonna go meet their dad, and the mom is still going there on the ride. Well, I have no idea what type of analogy I'm trying to make, but it makes sense because of the fact that, you know, she prayed to literally the devil to have a kid, and she did everything she could for him. Like, her love for her son was way more than the love for her husband, the love for, like, literally anyone. And so it is weird how his personality just changed 180. And it's like, oh, is it because, you know, he accepted his demonic self? And he didn't even accept it. I mean, I think it was more like, were they just going on assumptions or something? Like, they didn't really explain that part. Like, why were they doing this all? Like, if they would have just left him alone, would he have been fine? Or is it because they were just poking and prodding him so much, that's why he kind of, like, activated? So it's, like, a little bit, I don't know. I wish I had more information. But at the same time, it was a good movie. It's, like, it was, like, an hour and, I don't know, like, 40, 50 minutes. So it's pretty long. But it was really... I was entertained. I was always like, what is gonna happen? Like, what is, you know? And so the ending did kind of leave me a little bit like, huh. I don't know if in a bad way or good way, but it did leave me going like, But, yeah, I liked that I watched it. At the beginning, the trailer did not convince me. I was like, But the movie in itself was different. And I like different. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, this is my reaction and a little bit of, I mean, it is like a very, very, very spoiler because, you know, I talk about the whole plot twist and everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna watch In the Tall Grass or whatever that movie is because, I don't know, it seems interesting. And I was Foundflix did a ending explain, and if I never watch that, I'm not gonna watch the movie because he explains the whole movie. So sometimes when I'm a little bit lazy and I'm like, do I really want to spend time watching this? Let's see if it's good or not. So yeah, this is very rambled, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I liked it. Interesting, obviously. And I love the doctor actor. She's in The Conjuring, and so it was like, oh, she's a nun in this. But yeah, it was cool. It was interesting. So yeah.